This is Govan Old Parish Church, which is a very important site in Glasgow, although Harry didn't seem to rate it that highly. He's got an alignment running through here from Camp Hill up to the Stone, but there's not that many sites on it. However, this is a really old site and a very important religious site in Glasgow itself. They've had a big archaeological dig going on around the side, and as you can see we've got some traditional crafts reenactments going on. So it will be interesting to see what treasures the archaeologists unearth here. It looks like there's some Victorian drains that they've found, and I think they're taking advantage of while they've got the place dug up to reinstall some new heating and just upgrade the church's systems a little bit. However, the real treasures of Govan Old lie inside. It has the most wonderful collection of early medieval carved stones. So let's go and have a look inside. Now looking over this way, this is the back of the Pearce Institute, you can see, and just over here was where there is supposed to be a walkway that led over to Doomsir Hill, and we're going to have a look at the position of that. I just wanted to go and see if I can actually dowse and find out where this pathway is. We know that coming in from the corner up here there was a path leading to Doomsir Hill, which may have been a processional route. So I'm just using my rods and I'm focusing on looking for some subsurface structure like stones in a pathway, so a route of a trackway that led up to the church. And pick up something there which would hope to be an edge, so if I carry on, show me the other edge. And there's something there. So that's kind of on the diagonal up to the church. So Govan was a really important religious centre back in the 6th century onwards. The main seat of power of the Britons used to be Dumbarton Rock. And Dumbarton actually means fort of the Britons, and they controlled most of what we now call Clyde. In the 9th century, in the year 870, Dumbarton Rock was besieged by Viking raiders, and they held out for quite a while, but when the well ran dry they were forced to capitulate to the Vikings, and the seat of power then moved up to Govan. So Govan at the time was almost as important, if not more important, than Glasgow. There used to be a crossing of the River Clyde just behind me here. You could walk across the Clyde at low water using some stepping stones, and of course we're right opposite the River Kelvin as well. So it's an important confluence of the two rivers. And just outside the churchyard, over to the east, was a really important hill known as Doomsir Hill, which is recorded as being about 150 feet in diameter and about 30 feet high. It's now sadly gone. It was demolished without any thought when they were building the shipyards here, which is the other thing that Govan is famous for, of course. But we're going to have a look at that now. Over here we see the Riverside Museum, and this is the mouth of the River Kelvin, and this is where there used to be a ford across the Clyde, and they're now actually restoring this crossing because they are building a new bridge between Partick and Govan. You can see the cranes here. So the bridge is going to come across from the Riverside Museum just over to the Water Road car park. So this is Water Row, so called because there used to be a ferry across the river at this point. And the ferry was quite interesting. It was a vehicle ferry that had a very high lifting deck, so they could adjust the height of the deck to cope with changing water levels in the Clyde. There used to be 3 of those ferries, one at Finnieston, one at Govan and one at Whiteinch. This building site on the other side of the road here covers the site of the old Doomster Hill. It used to be a car park here for many years. They're now actually putting in some affordable social housing, which is no bad thing, I guess. But this is where the massive Doomster Hill used to stand. And you think it's 150 feet in diameter and 5 or 6 metres high. It must have been a massive mound and probably used as a sort of moot hill for issuing proclamations and dispensing justice and so on. So a hugely important ancient site this, now covered by some housing.